Hey, it's Ryan, and for 55 hours out of the next 4 days, I'll be riding 4 different Amtrak trains from warm Winter Park, Florida to the powdery snow of Winter Park, Colorado. Join me, my wife Jordan, and our friend Brian as we show you what it's like to ride long-haul American passenger trains while testing our own sanity on this epic cross-country journey from Winter Park to Winter Park.
You guys are the very first customers I think we've ever had that went from Winter Park to Winter Park.
Since the ski train only runs on the weekends, we want to be on that first Friday morning train up to the slopes. To do that, we have to leave Winter Park, Florida today, which is Monday. We'll be on the Silver Meteor train overnight to DC, the Capital Limited train overnight to Chicago, and the California Zephyr train overnight to Denver, arriving Thursday with just one more sleep to go until we make our final journey up to the slopes on Friday morning.
But first, I gotta go grab some skis.
Twinsy.
This is Summer, Brian's girlfriend. She'll be flying in to meet us in Colorado.
Twinsies.
And this is Jackson. He's gonna help me find some skis.
On Friday, we're gonna arrive by train to Winter Park, Colorado.
Oh, cool. And you're used to being in skates. Your feet are in there, locked in pretty tight.
Yep.
Same goes with boots, ski boots.
While I'm trying on boots, let me tell you how we got here. While chatting with Brian last year at his home in Orlando, I told him about the Winter Park Express train, and he mentioned how there was an Orlando suburb also called Winter Park that has an Amtrak station.
What if you could take the train? What if you could take the train all the way from Winter Park to Winter Park?
What do you wear this?
Which you can.
Great idea.
That's
gonna look sick. Red.
And then there's the red on there.
We thought it would be a really fun adventure, and as far as we know, this would be a world's first to go from Winter Park, Florida to Winter Park, Colorado, all on Amtrak. A few nice credit card sign-up bonuses later, and we had enough Amtrak Guest Rewards miles to purchase sleeper cars for each overnight train, the cash cost of which would have been very expensive. And thus, the trip was born.
Read my bank account. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Really nice meeting you.
Yeah, good to meet you too.
Yeah.
After a celebratory shot ski, a lovely day at Epcot, and a short-ish walk with our luggage, it's time to begin our journey. Now that we are all geared up and ready to go, it's time to head to the Winter Park Amtrak station. To do that, we're here at the Lynx Central Station for the Florida SunRail, and we're going to take it 2 stops up the line to get to our Amtrak station. Enter your card.
Welcome to SunRail. Please have your Sun card ready for inspection.
Ready to meet friends.
So we made it to Winter Park, and we've got about 40 minutes until the Amtrak train arrives. So we are going to take our skis inside and check them so we don't have to carry them around. And we're going to do a little exploring in Winter Park before the train gets here. Hands in. Winter Park on 3. 1, 2, 3. Winter Park! This is our train. It's the number 98 Silver Meteor, with service starting all the way south in Miami and going all the way to New York City. This train actually has 2 locomotives up front, followed by 3 coach cars, a cafe car and a dining car, 2 sleeper cars, and then at the very back is a baggage car. Our journey on the Silver Meteor is going to be 894 miles, and it's scheduled to take about 17 hours and 15 minutes.
This is weird.
That's the toilet.
There's no way that's a toilet.
That's the toilet, I promise.
Open it.
Traditional dining menu. We have a real flower too.
Are they real?
Yeah.
We got the baked potato. I like how they did the bacon in the X. It was pretty good. I think better than I would make at home.
I got the Angus burger. It's pretty delicious, actually.
I got the strawberry and goat cheese salad. The salad is very fresh. The goat cheese is delicious. Overall, I'm pretty happy with it.
And since we're staying in sleeping cars, the meals are free, including dessert.
Ooh, that's good. This is going to be the only single level train we're going to take on our journey. That's because this train route for the Silver Meteor goes all the way to New York City. And the tunnels in New York are not tall enough to support the 2-level superliner cars that some of the other routes in Amtrak have.
We're on the Silver Meteor train in a roomette. We're in car 9810, room 8, and I'll give you a quick tour. So you come in, it's nice, cute, and quaint. About, 7 feet of room here. But they went ahead and packed everything possible into this room. It's absolutely adorable. These 2 seats will eventually lay down and turn into a bed. And then we have our second bed up above that looks like it's on tracks. They said they're going to come here about 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. to turn our seats back into beds for both of us to sleep. Over here, one of my favorite features of the room is you have your very own toilet that you can use. And on this side, you've got your toilet paper and a little trash bin. So this thing is really neat. You just open it up and you've got cold water and hot water. And it says that you can actually go ahead and drink this. It even comes with cups to use to rinse your mouth out after you brush teeth. The coolest thing that I think, though, is there's no drain at the very bottom. If you see here, you fill it up, and there's drains down here, so as you lift the sink back up into place, it goes ahead and empties out. It also comes with some towels and some soap. Lots of different lights and air conditioning. We've got room for storage up here. We have 2 roller bags sitting up there side by side. There is another place for storage here where in case your bag was too heavy to lift up, you can actually strap it into place. We have our secondary backpacks underneath these 2 seats here. I think that's it.
After scoping out the shower for later, it was time for our first fresh air stop in Jacksonville, Florida. Look at the beauty of Jacksonville, Florida. Time is it?
Time for dinner. Oh, I can't see the swamps.
Dinner comes with a roll and starter salad and 1 complimentary alcoholic beverage. We all chose the signature flat iron steak for our entrees.
It was good. It's very soft. We said medium rare, and it was definitely medium rare. 9 out of 10.
Just one. No, sir.
It's definitely the best steak I've ever had on a moving vehicle.
You mean a moving vehicle?
We each ordered one of the 3 desserts to try them all, and while it is very rich, the mousse was my favorite. We enjoyed some more drinks and played a few card games, but our beds are set up, and I gotta get to sleep. Good night. Good morning. It is about 6:30 in the morning. We are traveling through Virginia. We're coming in a little early, so we're going to see if we have time to get breakfast on the train, or at least get some to-go food to check it out.
They're not opening until after Washington. Yep.
Our disappointment was slightly mitigated by the pour-your-own coffee station in our car. But the Silver Meteor treated us well, and surprisingly, we arrived 33 minutes early. Bye, train. You were fun. Now we have a daytime layover in a rainy Washington, D.C., and we're spending a lot of that time in the Amtrak Metropolitan Lounge. The lounge has plenty of seating, 2 conference rooms, bathrooms but no showers, coffee and drinks, and plenty of snacks.
Convenient.
So we were just walking through Union Station in DC, and there's this huge line for canes. The first 200 people that get in line for this canes, I think it's opening up today, get a free t-shirt, and then they're giving out 20 things for free canes for a year.
While we didn't win canes for a year, we did get a few prizes and get to try out a 360 photo booth. After a quick supply run to Chinatown on the DC Metro, it was time to board directly from the back door of the lounge. We have just boarded our second train, the number 29 Capital Limited. It's going to be taking us 780 miles in the next 17 hours and 40 minutes. And we're down here in room 15, the family room.
The 2900 car, my name is Phil. I'll be your attendant for your journey to Chicago or points in between.
The rest of our journey takes place on 2-level Superliner train cars. The sleeper cars all have coffee at the top of the stairs, along with 1 shower and a few bathrooms. And our room is at one end of the lower level.
This is Jordan. This is a quick tour of room 15. All right, come on in. We've got a long couch here in the back. We have a small seat over here with a tiny bed up top that's big enough for just a child. A longer bed above the sofa. It's big enough for an adult. Configuration that happens when they pull up the beds for sleep time is this would be an area for adult, this would be an area for adult, and then kid, and then kid. This room is only equipped with one outlet, and Ryan had the bright idea of bringing a power adapter so that you can charge multiple computers and phones at one time, which I would highly recommend doing on your next trip. We've got a small little table on either side of the room, a trash can on this side, and then we do have this small closet that is just big enough for our 3 jackets. The rest of our bags are actually stored down the hall. There's a large storing facility, so we put all of our roller bags up here, and then there's a little bit of room for our backpacks and stuff whatnot that can go under the seats. And that completes our tour for now.
Before we knew it, it's time for our first meal with Amtrak's flexible dining program.
This is a very different experience from yesterday. I think those are rolls. Salad. The salads are cold. And butter cake. This looks like the brownie we got yesterday, but in its original package instead of warmed up on a plate.
For this train, we had to order our meals ahead of time. I got the enchiladas, Jordan got the chicken parm, and Brian got the braised beef.
It's a lot of potatoes. But you got a pepper in there.
Ooh, I do have a pepper. Alright, so the enchiladas were actually pretty good.
It was heavy on the potatoes, but it was a microwave dinner.
I give it a 6 out of 10. A lot better once I found the salt and pepper.
It's true, the brownie's better. The car attendant came by to make our beds around 9:30. Brian slept up top, and Jordan and I combined the bottom 2 beds and slept there. And now it's time for another sleep on the rough rails.
Good morning, it's about 6:30 a.m. I'm gonna just have a quick shower right before we go get breakfast. After yesterday on the Silver Meteor where we couldn't get warm water, the shower felt really nice. And there's a nice stack of big towels for the end. Now that I'm all cleaned up, time to go get some breakfast before it closes.
My flexible dining breakfast choice was a 3-egg omelet, and
I got the buttermilk pancakes. Came with some syrup and an orange juice. I slept good. Well, I woke up once, and then when I fell back asleep, I slept good.
I did my typical thing where I can't go to bed and stayed up till 2:30, so I'm still tired.
Bruce Willis Tower. Got my little backpack.
Here we go, Chicago.
while the food wasn't nearly as good on the Capital Limited, it was still a
Good train.
And now we have another daytime layover to check out the Chicago Metropolitan Lounge. Similar to the last lounge, there's plenty of seating, coffee, drinks, snacks, and bathrooms. But this lounge also has a cash bar and showers.
I just had an amazing shower and nice shave for the first time in a couple of days, and I still couldn't be happier.
Snacks are good, but we want some real Chicago food while we're here.
We're headed to Portillo's.
And we're gonna get a Chicago dog and a beef sandwich and a milkshake that has an entire slice of chocolate cake in it.
And cheese dip.
Ooh, cheese dip.
And just like that, it was time to board our last overnight train, the number 5 California Zephyr, where we'll travel 1,038 miles to Denver Union Station in 18 hours and 15 minutes. We're again in a nearly identical family room, but this was our first train with an observation car, so we headed straight there when it opened to watch the snow-covered fields go by.
It's a nice view.
Are they pumping like the smell of pine trees in here?
I smell Monster energy drink.
That's a lot of red peppers.
All right, I'll stop.
This is called the Chicago lasagna.
It's just a fantastic view. The sun is trying to come out from behind the clouds. We haven't seen the sun since we left Florida. This is starting out to be a great trip on the California Zephyr.
For our dinner appetizers, we ordered the coconut crusted shrimp and the caprese skewers, which were both okay.
Brian and I got the steak again, and Jordan tried the salmon.
The hot sauce fixes everything.
It looks different than the one the other day.
This is very different than our other meat.
I'm not quite sure what that is.
If anyone knows what this weird squiggle of sauce is, let me know in the comments.
Your results may vary. It's still pretty good.
The salmon is a lot more tender than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be dried out. I feel like my word of the day, of the trip for food, has been soft. The steak was soft. The cheesecake is very soft. The salmon was soft. My tomatoes were soft, and that wasn't okay. My coconut shrimp was not country. It was soft.
I don't know if steak and chocolate mousse make a great combination. The biggest problem I have with that steak is that it was chewy, like chewy. It was cooked medium, whatever. I still ate it all. So Amtrak long distance routes actually have what's called these fresh air stops. They're an opportunity to kind of get out of the train, get some fresh air just for a couple minutes. You could see a little snow on the tracks and the snow on the train. Having a good time, and then we'll head on to Denver in just a few minutes. Jordan is cold. Good morning, it is 6 a.m. on the California Zephyr, and we are headed to breakfast. Our last meal on a train. Railroad French toast, add side bacon.
Looks good. Railroad French toast.
With bacon.
I got the continental breakfast, which you get the choice between oatmeal, grits, or cereal, and I got the oatmeal. You get to add a side of meat if you do want it, and a croissant plus some yogurt.
I also got the Railroad French toast, but with sausage. Breakfast was pretty solid for train food, and all that was left was to watch a beautiful sunrise as we pulled into Denver. A short walk to the hotel felt much longer in the cold, but we were able to check in early and relax. But for dinner, we are eating at the newly renovated Casa Bonita. It's time to Casa Bonita. Our Denver friends Megan, Zach, and Catherine joined us for the occasion. There are 7 meal choices which you will order at one of these windows. Donde está el baño? Around the corner, you'll pick up the food and be shown to your table. For a place with a months-long waiting list, it sure didn't feel packed, but I was okay with that. The dinners certainly weren't amazing, but they were definitely better than the before times, so that was a plus. And what's Mexican food without a margarita? You can raise the flag at your table if you need help, or when you're ready for dessert. On order every day, sopapillas. Once you're done at your table, close your tab with your waitstaff, and it's time to explore.
Those are eyes that have suffered for a century.
Here she is. Good morning. We are here in the observation car of the Winter Park Express train, the first train of the season, and this is why we came all the way to Denver from Winter Park, Florida, just to take this train. Got the skis put into the train. We actually were able to leave them in the baggage check area at the Union Station last night, so we didn't have to take them to the hotel. It saved us a lot of hauling back and forth. So those are on the train, our bags are on the train, and we are about to head off in about 8 minutes.
Now I have a new friend on the train this morning. I'm joined by Ryan Matthewson. And Ryan, you have a unique story that brought you here to Colorado.
We spent the last 4 days traveling from Winter Park, Florida, just to come here to take the express train all the way up to the ski resort at Winter Park, Colorado.
They did what? They're going Winter Park, Florida to Winter Park. Oh, is there a Winter Park, Florida?
We left it on Monday.
So you're doing like the Winter Park tour, basically?
Yeah.
That's great.
And you rented a travel the whole way?
Amtrak all the way.
That's exciting. Oh, you came up from Florida on Amtrak?
Yeah. We left Monday to be here for the Friday morning train.
That's exciting. You gonna do skiing or no?
Yes, all weekend.
Water skiing or snow skiing?
And with that, we are on our way to Winter Park.
My name is Conductor Brad. I'll be conducting your Winter Park Express ski train all the way up to the resort itself. Okay, so how you doing? That is a fancy camera. I remember that.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Great to have you aboard. Take some great pictures here.
Yeah, we'll do.
Over the next 2 hours, we will travel our final 56 miles, winding up 4,000 feet in elevation into the Front Range of the Rocky Mountains, through 30 tunnels, crossing underneath the Continental Divide in the 6.2 mile long Moffett Tunnel, before coming out on the other side to our weekend ski haven.
And as you can see behind me, we are making our way up into the mountains and into the tunnels back and forth.
If you look forward, you can see the dark clouds dumping snow on Winter Park Ski Resort, where we get to enjoy a glorious day here in just about 40 more minutes.
No trip on the ski train is complete without a visit to the cafe car.
That has not been stirred.
As some of us enjoy our drinks with the beauty of the mountains passing by, I can't help but look back at our amazing time experiencing life on the rails. Our journey was long, and its purpose a bit silly, but we're about to complete the first ever journey from Winter Park to Winter Park on Amtrak, and we'll enjoy the memories of this adventure forever.
We came down, we stayed at the
Winter Park. Wow. Hi. We've made it to Winter Park, Colorado.
5 days later.
And ladies and gentlemen, come on down. I'm Conductor Brad. This is the Winter Park Express. And you guys are the very first customers I think we've ever had that went from Winter Park to Winter Park.
Woo!
To Winter Park Ski Resort. It's an amazing thing. We love having you. Thanks for coming.
Yes, thank you.
Guys.
All right, we've made it to Winter Park, Colorado, and now we're about to go hit the slopes for some nice skiing action all weekend long. Ready, Winter Park on 3? 1, 2, 3, Winter Park! Woo! As the weekend came to a close, we grabbed some waffles and hopped on the Winter Park Express back to Denver.
Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good.
And that's the end of our epic Amtrak trek from Winter Park, Florida to Winter Park, Colorado. I'm off on another journey. I hope to see you there. Bye.
So Brian's in a fantasy football league with a bunch of people from here in Huntsville, and he actually won the losers bracket, which earns him this nice spinning poop trophy.
Brian, as the winner of the loser bracket in your fantasy football league, I present to you the poop trophy.
Oh my gosh. It's beautiful.
Hey, it's Ryan. Oh gosh, I keep wanting to say it's a quick tour of whatever airport.
I wish I had your thing, Ryan, where you look at the light, you sneeze.
Do you like the behind the scenes?
Behind the scenes.
Wow. Featuring Ryan.
On a Silver Meteorite.
Silver Meteor. In a roomette.
Silver Meteor in a roommate.
The towels don't go in the trash bin. They go out here.
Flat rat.
This guy that we're totally inconveniencing because we're stopped in the middle of the street doesn't want to honk his horn. We're trying to get him to honk his horn, and he doesn't want to do it.
So I'm walking around with cabbage cloth and wine.
Do I look okay?
Yeah.
That's my hair. It's a little messy, it's okay.